Hola, shalom, chao, buenos días a todos. Hoy tengo el placer y el orgullo de introducir a unos superhéroes en Nueva Jersey que vienen a hablar sobre sus superpoderes, el bilingüismo. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing an awesome, amazing panel of superheroes that we have here in New Jersey that are going to share their story about their superpower, being bilingual. And so today joining me, I have Yeimy and Abdias, I have Alessia, I have Sol and his wonderful mother, Mrs. Gada. So I'm going to jump right into this. I don't want to take time away from this awesome panel that you're going to hear. And I would love to start first with Mrs. Gada. I would love for her to share with us a little bit about her background and also why it was so important for her children to be bilingual. And then we'll jump in here right from the students about their own superpower and how they're using it. Mrs. Gada, hi.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So my name is Pazit Gada, originally from Israel, raised and born in Israel, speaking English and Hebrew. My first language is Hebrew. I'm married and have two kids. Both of them were born in the US and then was raised for a few years back in Israel. And now we are back in the US. So for us, English and Hebrew was a mix for a lot of years. And it's not a question of bilingual or Hebrew or English. We are speaking Hebrew at home. It's the only speaking language at home. So for me, it was important that they will continue to use this language for us because it's easy to communicate in Hebrew. It's my first language, as I said. And for them to know their background and where our family came from. And it's not just a language, it's a culture. So this is why it was important for us to keep the Hebrew alongside with the English.
Now, I want to follow up with a question for all of those parents who are listening and are on this video today, or will listen to this, to your message later. For those parents who think it's confusing to teach two languages, or they won't learn English as fast or as well if they keep their home language. What do you say to those parents?
So when they were born, as I said, they were born here in the US, and I was like asking the doctor, is it going to be confusing for them that we will speak Hebrew at home and outside they will hear English? And she said, I wish my parents were speaking with me Italian when I was young, because then I will have two languages. They may have a maybe slow start at the beginning of each language, but at the end they will achieve something that not everybody has in their bucket. So continue to speak with them and they will catch both of the language very fast. And it's really what happened. It was a little bit confusing for them because in Hebrew there is a she and he program
in the grammar.
In the grammar, thank you.
Feminine and male form.
And in English there isn't. So when they were speaking Hebrew, they were confusing the he and she, and I was a little bit worried when they start talking. But their kindergarten manager, when I approached her and asked her what to do in this case, she said, believe me, they will get over it, they will learn it, and there is no problem. I have here kids that only speak one language, and it was Hebrew at the time, and they still confuse it. So it's not relevant if they know one language or two language. They will navigate through it, and I think we see today with two kids that speak Hebrew fluently at home and English outside at the same level as a lot of other kids and adults outside.
Thank you. That was so wonderful to hear. And I'm excited now to introduce you to the superheroes. I'm going to round robin. So I'll ask each of the students or young adults to just share with me your name, again, your cultural or ethnic background, and what language you earned the seal of biliteracy in. So we'll start with that first question. Sol, do you want to start us off? And then you can tag the next person.
Yeah, sure. I'll start us off. First of all, my name is Sol. As my mother said, I was born in Texas, but I grew up in Israel basically for like the first 10 to 12 years of my life, and I speak Hebrew. And I decided to take the seal of biliteracy in Hebrew since my first language. It's like just a part of me. Like I was like, why not take this? It's gonna be on my colleges are gonna see it and be like, oh, you speak two languages, that's great, and you're proficient in it, that's even better. So I was like, let me take it. I'm not gonna get hurt from this. It's also an experience and experiences. There's not such a thing as an invaluable experience in life. Every experience is valuable. You'll always learn something from it, even from your failures. As my mother said, we use Hebrew interchangeably in our family, and it's such a like strong part of me that I can't see myself talking to my mom in English. It just feels so wrong. Like I just can't. Like I tried, I just generally can't. Like and it's also nice to have privacy when you talk to your parents. So almost nobody understands you around you, or most people don't. And having that sort of privacy is so much nicer. It can get you closer with your family. So that's why I'd also recommend like knowing a second language or first. And I guess that's all I have to say. I don't want to say too
Your
much.
mom is beaming with pride over there. I see her big smile.
I know. I'll let Yeimy and Abdias take over after. I'll tag them.
Okay. Jamie, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So hello, my name is Yeimy. Well, I was born in Guatemala, and I thought and I took the test for Spanish and English, and I thought about it when they told me to take it. I thought it was something that I have to be proud of because we came like just 2 3 years, just 2 3 years before we took the test, and it was um, something to be proud of because all when we came here we didn't even know how to say hello or not even thank you. So taking the test and showing that you can read, speak, write everything in both languages, it was something that um, you will never think about it when you were in your country, and now you're here and you're able to manage both languages and all that. And also when you graduate and you do resumes, you send applications everywhere. People what they see is that you speak both languages and that you are proficient in both of them. So it's something like they really take a look at. So it was something really like important for me when I started in college, when I was sending resumes, when I was doing um, scholarships, when I was applying for something in school, for something in college. It was something that I will always point out that I was able to speak both languages, and that if I was able to learn another language, I was able to learn anything. So it was something that I always point out because it was something that you never think about. So it was really important for me when I took it, and having it and like earn it, like really being able to earn the seal of biliteracy was something really important for me and for my family because they were also really impressed that we were able to learn the language in just a few years. So they were also really proud because like my mom, she doesn't speak English, and my dad, he speaks a little bit of English, but being able to learn it and and speak it, and being able to communicate here that everything's in English. They were really part of us, and it's something that really makes you happy when you think about it.
And we're all very proud of you. That's awesome. And I love how you said that you make it a point to show people that you are bilingual and to tell them. And that it's so important for you to point out your accomplishments. And it's like, yes, say, look at me, I am bilingual and I have this awesome superpower. So maybe you'll tag your brother, maybe you'll tag Alessia. Who will you tag next?
It's a little hard because I am thinking about all my past life that I did. The like example, when I came from United States, I didn't I couldn't understand what I say all the people because we needed to go Texas to New Jersey, and all of people is only speak English. They say you should to go to a right. They say where is the right? They say it's right. Why? What do you mean? And I remember one person is uh, going like I don't know what to say was him, but he spoke Spanish and he could to help us and say uh, when it's the finish the travel. I say one time I want to help the people like he did to us. So when I was like on the house, I was trying to learn English, listen to music or something like can help me a little bit. I remember when I started on the school, I was blank because I couldn't I couldn't imagine the how was the high school because on my country it was different. It was for levels, but on here is only one level and it's a bigger size. So I say, wow, I want to meet every person. I want to help the Spanish people. In fact, I can understand what they say, and and I I I stay like on my goal. But now I am working and all people say, wow, you speak English Spanish. It's good goal because I cannot say what they say my boss or somebody and say, you can help me about that. You say, sure, I can help you. Or say hello everybody to drive through and say, hey man, I am proud of you. You speak Spanish and English, and nobody likes speak both language. They say, yeah, I know both. Sometimes some people can look in on the future or the point of the to come here for not only speaking Spanish. You can learn every languages because I met some people who speak 3 or 4 languages. So I am more proud of them who are speaking more languages than 2. So I want to learn another language, my other one.
That's awesome. Yes, there's so many languages to learn and you could just keep learning. And it's one way for us to connect with others around the world. And as you said, to serve others. I love that you said that you're using your bilingualism to help other people who may not know English yet, or, to help people who speak Spanish, and just being able for you to be able to go back and forth and use both languages so skillfully. Thank you. And do you want to tag our next superhero?
How do we say that? I don't know where it's the.
Alisa?
Alessia, do you want to jump in?
Yes. So good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure today to share my experience with all of you. My name is Alessia. I am originally from Italy, and I was born and raised there by Hispanic parents. From an early age, I was exposed to languages. I was taught Spanish by my mother and Italian and English at school. Around 3 years ago, I moved here in New Jersey, and I attended my last 2 years of high school. During my junior year, my former ASL teacher introduced me to the field of Biliteracy and the awesome opportunity to get certified in 2 of my native languages. I was enthusiastic about this since I immediately realized how great it will look on my resume and to obtain an occupation as well. Once I earned my certification at the highest level, I also applied for the CL Biliteracy Scholarship, and I was announced a winner. And all these accomplishments are of high importance because they are valuable and remarkable. Now I'm definitely using my skills at work since there's a high volume of Spanish-speaking customers. And with my certification, it proves my knowledge. And I'm also looking forward to achieving my goal, which is to speak 5 languages, not only 2. And so I'm looking forward to learn French and sign language. And I hope to use my skills in the future for possible career in interpretation. And I retained speaking more than 1 language extremely helpful because it breaks barriers and allows communication, which brings social advantages and open many doors. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. And you're going for 2 more languages. That's exciting. So I have one last question for all of you, including Mrs. Gada. And if whoever wants to go first, I'll ask the question and whoever wants to jump in. But I do want to hear from all of you. If there was one thing that you can tell a New Jersey teacher about why it is so important for you to keep your home language while learning English or another language, what is that one thing you would say to that New Jersey teacher? Anyone can jump in. And I'll also put the question in the chat for you to think about.
I feel like I have an answer. I would say that especially when I speak 3 languages, it's really get confusing at one point that I have to start switching off. I don't remember how to say this word in this language. Well, I can switch, and it's very beautiful to have at home because all of us speak 3 languages. So I think this is very important, even though sometimes I feel like, oh, if I don't like listen, if I don't review, if I don't read, for example, books, or I don't read, or I listen to music in Italian, then I start like forgetting words, and I feel like my accent, and I feel like I start like sounding very like different to what I used to because I was born and raised there. Like there's no way to go back. But sometimes it's really important like to actually keep up with every language because then you will find yourself like having a hard time. And you don't want it because it's such a privilege to have, to know more than 1 language because it can help you with a beautiful outcome. So I think this is very important.
Thank you for that. And I love that you said it was a privilege. Anyone else want to jump in? Who's next?
Yes.
I'd like to, oh, okay, go on. No, you go on.
Sorry. So I think it's very important to keep your home language because it's like a connection to who you are, to your culture, to your home country, to remember where you were born and raised. And I think it's something really important to have, to keep, because you are connected to your culture, to who you are. Even though you are here, you are still part of that culture. And it's really important to keep it because like we have family there. I have family in almost all my family is in Guatemala, and to forget something that I learned from there and that all of my family speaks Spanish, it's something like we cannot lose. It's like something that I believe it's really important to keep, even if you are here for so many years. It's something that you have to keep because it's a connection. If you lose your home language, it's like you are losing who you are because it's something we have to be proud of from where we come and where we were born, even if we were not born here, we were born in a country with some culture, with their family, with I believe everything. So it's something that I don't I don't believe in losing. Even if I have kids and all of that, they have to be connected to my culture because all my family speaks Spanish. All my family is from Guatemala, so it's something to really have a connection with. Mhm.
Thank you. So do you want to jump in there?
I think everything that I wanted to say has been said already. So like I don't know what else to add on. I guess like without knowing that language, I don't feel like myself. I feel like a different person, like just like a stranger to myself. And not having that language is just like odd. Like it's as they said earlier, like it's important to have that connection. Without it, you're not really yourself.
And I think also to add to it, it's part of who we are. Okay, so if you cut it from us, it will cut a part of our body and part of our who we are from previous generation. I think it's important for us to keep it as a parents, especially with our kids, because this is the connection to the past generation. Again, I know that Spanish is a language that there is a lot of countries that speak it. So, but Hebrew is mostly in Israel. So it's part of the Israel culture, part of who you are. And I think it's very important to have the connection to the past and to who we are and who we are going to be in the future. I also going to tell from a parent's perspective or adult perspective that it's an icebreaker a lot of time to say, I'm speaking Hebrew, I'm from Israel, and then everybody is open to you and it's easy to connect to new people and not feel foreign because you wasn't sometimes born here or raised here because you feel disconnected.
Thank you. Abdias?
For me, like same, I think the same thing like my sister said. Like my family is from Guatemala too, so we are keeping it. But I was thinking too, like I can understand um, what the Spanish people said, and I can I can have both conversation with my family and every people different countries like Mexico, Colombia, Honduras, Salvador, and I am happy to speak with them. And I remember all my friends and say, "Hello, how are you doing?" They say, "I am well." It's like I am happy for have conversation with different people.
Thank you so much, everyone. This was absolutely a treat on a Saturday morning. It fills my heart and my soul to listen to all of you talk about how wonderful it is to speak multiple languages, this love languages, right? That all of us have here as we listen to these young adults. I want you all to go and spread your magic, talk about, sing about, dance about how wonderful it is to speak multiple languages in this country of ours, the United States. And for all of our teachers who are listening, you know, one of the things that Yeimy talked about and Alessia also talked about, and Abdias, and so all of you talked about this, is learning more languages. And how wonderful for all of us, teachers, students, parents, families, to learn more than one language and to spread this awesome superpower. With that, I want to invite you to listen to one more superhero who shared her superpower by video. So Kathleen, I'm going to ask you to share the video, and then I will invite everyone to join us for the rest of the conference and join the other workshops. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Yes, and while the video is playing, I'm going to go try and change the setting on the Target gift form so that people can enter. Thanks.
Kathleen, we need sound.
Okay.
You'll have.
Hi, my name is Melissa Alvarez, and I am a Cuban American living in New Jersey, and I'm very proud to be bilingual. I'm so happy to have earned the seal of biliteracy because I feel that it is the best recognition that I can receive, not only for my personal improvement, but also because of the efforts that my family has made to keep our roots and our cultural tradition present. The influence of my parents has been decisive for me when it comes to speaking Spanish, since it is their language for both my parents and my grandparents. They have always made an effort to instill in me the love of Cuban customs along with its traditions, and speaking Spanish was definitely one of them. I moved to this country when I was just 6 years old, and living in the United States is without a doubt another gift of life, because it has allowed me to live and to get to know another culture that was very different from my native one, but it has many aspects that increased my interest in it when I arrived at this country. Living in the United States has given me the opportunity to speak and communicate effectively in English, and I have been very lucky because I'm able to develop skills in both languages, and I'm not only referring to the academic teaching, but also to the knowledge of the cultural roots of both languages. It has been shown that having the ability to master 2 or more languages develops intellectual and socio-emotional skills. Being bilingual breaks down cultural barriers and opens doors to new job opportunities. In my case, it helped me feel more comfortable when it came to socializing, because since I was exposed to it at a young age, it has given me the advantage of adapting to different social contexts and people from different cultures. Being bilingual in my life as a university student has also saved me time and money, as my university validated the credits that I received from taking advanced placement classes in high school, and it also helped me get ahead and avoid taking basic level Spanish classes. Being bilingual has also helped me at work because it has made me more qualified and valued by my bosses. I work in a doctor's office, and it is very important to be fluent in both languages because of the great amount of Hispanic patients that we receive. Therefore, I have had the opportunity to communicate and help people who do not speak English. Undoubtedly, being bilingual opens many doors, gives better job opportunities, and a better quality of life, but of course, it guarantees a better future overall. Because of it, I will definitely make a great effort for my future children to be bilingual. Thank you.
That was amazing. Again, I just want to extend a huge gratitude to all the panelists, to Mrs. Gada, for just honoring home languages and culture, and for this wonderful message that all of you shared with us today. Thank you so much. Kathleen, I'll hand it over to you.
There we go. Sorry.
Kathy, too, I just want to interrupt. I had some trouble sharing the link. For some reason, I'm copying the parent resource link and reposting it down further, but it actually is going into, I think, something I had open from the board meeting. So,
okay.
So please check the latest bottom link in the chat box. Even though the one that was there for parent resource was a incorrect link. So the one that's the latest, the bottom, should be okay. It shouldn't ask you to for access to an account. So if you can try the latest bottom link, that one should work.
Yes, and also I'm going to make a different page for the Target raffle, and I'll share it with the other rooms because for some reason I can't change the settings on that. So thank you very much. And the other rooms are open. So if you would like to move to one of the other workshops, Kaya, what workshop is here with you? Do you know?
I have it here.
It's Andrea Fontanes.
It's
Oh, the option 2.
Yes. Creating
Okay,
equity and
great.
opportunity, option 2.
All right. And so if you're not moving into a room where I will be there, have a great day, and I'll see you